have so many kids with so many gifts tonight. We've got drama and singing and musical instrument playing and comedy. So some of it's going to be, based around the true Christmas story. Some of it's just going to be silly, I'll be honest. So I hope you guys have a great time. I hope everybody was able to get one of these. There might be some up on these tables if you need one. There is an intermission about halfway through, and so that'll be a great time to run to restrooms or to come and raid the cookies again, or get some coffee or whatever. So you guys, I hope you can sit back, relax, enjoy a great show. I had one job, and it was to introduce our performers. So first up is Corinne Ramsey playing Joy to the World on the trumpet. Reading us some scripture and a poem.
Hello, my name is Luke Payton, and I'm going to share with you some Bible verses and a poem. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Genesis 1:13. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? 1 Samuel 17:26. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. Matthew 2:12. They saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Matthew 2:11. Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but then be done. Luke 22:42. In the fields by author unknown. The little cares that fretted me, I lost them yesterday. Among the fields above the sea, among the winds at play. Among the lowing of the herds, the rustling of the trees, among the singing of the birds, the humming of the bees, the foolish fears that of what might pass, I cast them all away. Among the clover-scented grass, among the new-mown hay, among the husking of the corn, where drowsy poppies nod, where ill thoughts die and good are born, out in the fields of God.
All right, now all of our kids are going to come and play a handbell song for us. You guys ready? Notice how quiet they're being with their handbells. This is nothing short of... All right, that was great. Now, Ivory Faith is going to play 2 songs on her violin, and I just found out this morning she's only been playing since October, so I'm totally impressed. All right, Solomon Payton and his dad Matt, and they wrote this story together, so this is great.
Ready?
A long time ago, a little lamb lived nearby the town of Bethlehem. He was kind and curious and loved to explore the streets of the village and all the pastures around it. One day, he saw a young woman riding on a donkey in town, and with a man walking beside her. The curious lamb walked up beside the donkey to get a closer look. He asked the donkey, "Is that lady doing okay? She looks uncomfortable."
The donkey answered grumpily, "Her? What about me? I'm a borrowed donkey who just walked all the way from Nazareth. Don't you think I'd be a little uncomfortable?" The lamb just looked at the donkey and waited for him to calm down. The donkey huffed and snorted, but explained that the woman was going to have a baby very soon.
This made the lamb very excited and interested. It gave him an idea. "I'm going to bring a gift for the new baby," he said.
Yeah, sure, whatever, replied the grumpy donkey. But what can a little lamb give to a baby?
The lamb knew right away where to go and ran to the fields.
He found his favorite patch of grass on a hillside near a stream. He sniffed around and found an especially sweet bunch of delicious grass. He took a big mouthful and ran back to town.
With the big bite of yummy grass in his mouth, The lamb walked through town and soon found the man and woman and the grumpy donkey. The lamb pranced right up and proudly put the grass down in front of them. They all stopped and looked down at the lamb and his slobbery green gift.
The man was confused. The woman gave a little smile, and the donkey just shook his head and said, "Grass isn't people food." The embarrassed little lamb ran away through the town streets. He was sure he had picked a good gift. Maybe picking out baby gifts is harder than he expected.
But he wasn't about to give up. He saw a stack of firewood and he had an idea. He poked his nose around in the stack and found the perfect stick.
It was just like the sticks he liked to use, perfect for playing tug of war, tossing up in the air, and scratching all those hard-to-reach places. Who wouldn't love a stick like this?
The lamb proudly grabbed that stick and ran back to Bethlehem looking for the couple and the donkey. He finally found them standing at the door of a house talking to someone inside. They looked a little upset, but the little lamb knew this was the perfect time to cheer them up. He laid the stick down at the man's feet, stepped back, and looked up.
The man stopped talking to the person in the house, looked down at the stick, and scrunched his nose, confused. The woman, breathing heavily, smiled, but looked like something was still wrong.
The donkey just rolled his grumpy eyes.
The lamb couldn't believe it. This stick was perfect. And who knew that donkeys could even roll their eyes? Ugh.
But nothing could stop the lamb now. He went all around that little town looking for a last-minute gift.
And that's when he saw it, a big pile of hay, fluffy, soft hay. Sure, it was meant for lambs and goats to eat, but he knew that even people needed something soft to sleep on. For a last-minute gift, this would have to do.
So he grabbed a big mouthful of the hay and ran back to find them, but they were gone.
Were they inside the house? Did they leave? He had lost them.
He tried to peek in the windows, but couldn't get up high enough. He tried to find a way inside the house, but the doors were closed.
But before he could decide what to do next, he heard a familiar snort. He turned and saw that grumpy donkey just down the street.
With the hay in his mouth, the lamb ran to them, but when he caught up, he could tell something serious was happening.
The woman held her eyes closed tight and was breathing heavier. The man looked around everywhere at once and started to sweat. Even the donkey looked worried. But when the lamb spit out the hay to ask the donkey what was happening, the donkey spoke first. "Hey, where's that from?"
What? Asked the lamb.
"Hey, the hay, is there more? Where did you get it?" asked the donkey.
It's from a manger just over there, said the lamb.
The donkey knew what to do. "A manger, perfect. Show me the way. I'll get them there."
The lamb led the way as the donkey, carrying the woman, pulled against the man's leading. Before the man could get control of the donkey again, they arrived at the small stable.
The lamb was confused and looked at the donkey for answers. The donkey just smiled as the man helped the woman down from his back. The donkey led the lamb outside to leave the man and the woman alone in the stable. The donkey and the lamb lay down to rest.
After a while, the two animals began to wonder how the man and woman were doing inside, but the wondering was interrupted.
The lamb looked up and saw his own mom and dad coming toward them with some of the shepherds from the field. The confused lamb asked, "Mom, Dad, what are you doing here? How did you find me? Uh-oh, am I in trouble again?"
Oh no, dear, answered his mother. We came with the shepherd. Someone very special is right inside, though.
The lamb followed the shepherds and the other animals. Inside, he saw not just the man and the woman, but now a new baby, too.
All of the people smiled at the little baby, and as the shepherds told the story of angels and a bright star, the little lamb drifted off to sleep.
The lamb never did understand why the baby was so special or why a certain star seemed to be really bright that night. But he always remembered that baby, the baby who slept in a manger but didn't like any other lamb stuff, the baby who would grow up and be called the Lamb of God.
So great. All right, this is Judah Ramsey, and he's going to sing a song. You ready? Okay. Wait for me to start playing. Okay.
All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth. See my two front teeth. See if I could only have my two front teeth. Then I could wish you Merry Christmas. It seems so long since I could say, Sister Judy, sing money, sizzle. Gosh, gee, how happy I'd be if I could only whistle. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth. See my two front teeth. See if I can only have my two front teeth. Then I could wish you Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
You go find Papa. You go find Papa. Go find Papa. All right. Got one last act before intermission. Here comes Elias Ashby, my personal favorite comedian.
Merry Christmas! Waka waka! What do you call a bankrupt Santa?
I don't know. What do you call a bankrupt Santa?
Saint Nicholas! Waka waka! What do you call a snowman with a six-pack?
I don't know. What do you call a snowman with a six-pack?
An abominable snowman. Waka waka! Why are Christmas trees so bad at sewing?
I'm not sure. Why are Christmas trees bad at sewing?
They always drop their needles. Waka waka! What do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa?
You know, I'm not sure. What do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa?
A rebel without a clause. A rebel without a clause. Waka waka! What do Santa's elves learn in school?
I'm not sure. What do Santa's elves learn in school?
The alphabet. Waka waka! Merry Christmas!
Good stuff. Okay, we're going to take 10 minutes. Great time to go refills, run to the restroom. The kids who are in Lydia's skit need to head to the children's room to get their costumes on, please. Thank you.
That's my genie.
Back for the second half. All right. First up is Stuart Carroll. He's going to play the piano for us. Thank you, Stuart. I meant to say that there are so many people crawling around and behind the scenes. It's like an ant farm back there. It's just full of little hands and feet going crazy. And so we've got, I can't even name them all because I'll forget somebody, but lots of people who are making this happen back here, lots of people who are making it happen over here. And I just want to thank everybody for being so supportive and making all of this possible. Thank you. All right, for her contribution to the show, Lydia Carnes wanted to do the Christmas story in drama. So she has recruited a bunch of her buddies, and they are going to do the story from Luke 2.
Down on your hands and knees.
The birth of Jesus Christ as told in Luke 2, verse 118. In the days of Caesar Augustus made a law, it required that a list be made of everyone in the whole Roman world. It was the first time a list was made of the people while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be listed, so Joseph went also. He went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, that is where Bethlehem, the town of David, was. Joseph went there because he belonged to the family line of David. He went there with Mary to be listed. Mary was engaged to him. She was expecting a baby. While Joseph and Mary were there, the time came for the child to be born. She gave birth to her first baby. It was a boy. She wrapped him in large strips of clothes. Then she placed him in a manger. There was no room for them in the inn. There were shepherds living out in the fields nearby. It was night, and they were looking after their sheep. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy. It is for all the people today in the town of David. A Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. Here is how you will know I am telling you the truth. You will find a baby wrapped in strips of cloth and lying in a manger." Suddenly a large group of angels from heaven also appeared. They were praising God. They said, "May glory be given to God in the highest heaven, and may peace be given to those He is pleased with on earth." The angels left and went into heaven. Then the shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem. Let's see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby. The baby was lying in the manger. After the shepherds had seen him, they told everyone. They reported what the angel had said about this child. All who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds had said to them.
All right, next is another skit, this time by Emmett Shaw and Ethan Ashby. They've adapted a skit that they found, and they are giving me hand signals backstage. All right, come on out, Ethan and Emmett.
Yo, we don't have any room. But I suppose you're going to say your relatives. Suddenly everyone's related to us.
Who is it?
Get the mic. More relatives.
What?
You're here for the census, right? And so you came to the inn. One extra large room, and that makes us the official inn at Bethlehem Town in Judah.
Please excuse my brother. 4 or 5 times a year, a traveler will come to our inn looking for a place to lodge.
For which he will pay us sometimes quite well.
But because of the census, Bethlehem is overrun, and we are so crowded that we're turning people away in droves, even our own relatives.
So you were about as close related to us as my donkey.
And that's why you gave the whole room to the tax collector. Oh, what will the neighbors say?
At least he was willing to pay good money.
Money skimmed from the purses of poor, hard-working Judeans. What? And what does he do for the young couple from Nazareth?
What? I gave them the other room.
Other room?
It's a stable. It's a room. It's a cave. A cave in which people sometimes sleep.
It's where we keep animals.
What? You love animals.
She's pregnant, Emmett. A girl should not have to give birth next to oxen and donkeys. It's clean, and it's unclean, and it's unhealthy.
What do you want for free?
They're your relatives.
A cousin of a cousin of a cousin.
Didn't you feel the tugging at Did you feel the tugging at your heart when they came to the door?
I felt the tugging of my coin pouch when that tax collector dropped 6 denarii in it.
There are other kinds of wealth, Emmett. Solomon said, he who gives to the poor will never want, but he who shuts his eyes will have many curses.
And Solomon also said, a fool's lips walk into his fight, and his mouth invites a beating.
I just thought we passed over a blessing. There could have been new life in this house. Didn't you see their light in their eyes?
I may have seen something. Still, it was...
Inconvenient?
I was going to say impossible. You know I had no choice.
You had a choice.
What, to turn away a man with good money?
We could have stayed in the stable, Emmett.
Impossible. It's winter. You know how my back gets. You yourself said, it's unclean. It's unhealthy.
I would have lived. We would have lived. I do love animals. And besides, God gives us the grace to do the
inconvenient.
I was going to say impossible.
Well, what's done is done, and we have no more room, even if you could pay.
Go in peace, my friends. May Adonai give you the grace to do the impossible, and even the inconvenient.
All right. Dolly and her family, are they back there? Okay. Dolly Hoover and her family wrote us another skit, so they're going to come and they've titled it Dolly's Change of Heart.
Here's some ghost pepper cheese for Blanco. Blanco, it's lunchtime.
Oh, finally, I'm starving. Won't have it.
Boys.
Awesome. Hey, cheese on it. What's on that?
Ghost pepper cheese.
Why?
Because I'm mean.
Well, why are you always messing with my food?
Because I'm mean.
Last week, you put hot pepper sauce on my spaghetti. The week before that, you put ghost pepper juice in my pizza. You laugh. I'm still laughing because I tripped over your toy train last night. your toy.
I know.
Why do you think you need?
Because we're about to say no light. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Join us in singing the first verse of Joy to the World.
Thank you, guys. All right, now Silas Ramsey is going to come and play on the piano with his ensemble. All right, this is our final presentation, and I'm going to ask all of our kids and youth that would like to come and join me on the stage one last time. And at the end, so Gracie Shaw, we have a youth group full of artists. I hope you guys have had a chance to see some of their work. They're really talented. Gracie Shaw is an animator. She has created an animated video to go along with the song Angels We Have Heard on High. So we're going to watch her animation, which does the first two verses of the song, and then where her animation stops is where all of us are going to fill in and sing the Glorias. So you'll know what to do. Just our kids are going to lead. So Gracie Shaw.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song?
right, can we get one last round of applause for all of our youth and kiddos? All right. Thank you guys once again. This is so encouraging for so many people to come and support our kiddos.
So, Alyssa and Grant have been working with our children for over 2 years now, doing our children's worship and stuff. And you did a great job with these. I mean, the kids did an awesome job, but you were a pretty good MC. So let's hear it for our MC tonight.
And Grant.
Wanted to give you guys a little thank. Go get some coffee together and enjoy it. And here is a poinsettia for you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you guys.
Let's hear it for that.
Merry Christmas!